G'day. What is it? February 27th, about 1:15. Not a good day. Hot. It's about 40 degrees already. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you how I clean these radial flow filters because they're fairly big units. I've taken the plastic lids off already. You can see the standpipe there. I've got valving 50mm there off the slow. So the pumps have been turned off. You can see the outlet there to the grow beds. I haven't done much. It was too hot yesterday, I struggled. Anyway, we've got an outlet there that you can see is draining. So you can see from the bottom to there, there might be 30 litres in the bottom of that once it's finished. And then that valve there will allow me to drain off the last of the not contaminated, but dirty water. And basically it's the same thing in that system. That's looking so good. I'm really impressed with the little watermelons. Got quite a number of them on that. Really happy with that. They've only been in there a month. So this unit here is an extendable spider web gatherer, and that's what I use to slosh the bottom. So in there as well, see everything's still, fishy's going well. Valving again, valving on this too. You can see it's running out of there, and then that's the drain off valve. So I just have the black plastic to stop the algal growth. Strip that off. Not too subtle, and you can see that that's draining away down there. It's difficult to get a good shot in there. What I'll do then is just bear with me while I pull those. Just throw them up. And that bucket's, well, there's two buckets there, they're going to drop. And what I've done with that is actually use two buckets joined together. Now that's starting to come away, you can see that's separating there. But that's a pH neutral sealant. Not a glue, but a sealant that I used around there. It's working fine. You can see in there that there's a lot of leftover poop. Now this was changed Wednesday this week, and today, Tuesday afternoon this week, and today is Saturday. What I did was change to 3mm food for the fish in that tank, the jade perch, the barcoo grunters, scordum barcoo, and I fed them too much, basically. So I have a lot of leftover food, wasted a lot of food on the bottom of that. Most of that there, I can see it probably in better detail than you guys can, but it's just debris. Pellets of unused food. Anyway, take the standpipe out. See that rush? What I do generally is then just hit that valve, open it, and give a splurge, a purge through there. You can see it. I'll open the valve with one hand, and you see it rushes out. That just cleans anything that's sitting in that pipe, and I only do that once it's below the top level there as it is now. I'll do it once more before I finish draining that tank, but you can see the amount of rubbish that's on there. Take my hat off and it won't cast such a shadow. I'll try and get in there a bit better. So you can see a fair bit of debris down the bottom there. And I'm serious, that's from Tuesday just gone, and it's Saturday afternoon now. So I need to be more cautious with my feeding. I think, as I said, a lot of that is just wasted food. So yeah, I will now, once it's finished draining, get in with that brush. I put a bucket under that valve, and then same deal over here, bucket under that valve. So you can see how this one's put together. It's the same idea, but just a slightly different execution. I'm not real happy with this one actually. Not real happy at all. I've used, what's that, 200mm, which is, I don't know, what's that in inches? 8-inch-ish. You can see there's a fair bit. That one's just hit its bottom level. in that valve. It's not draining very much anymore. This one comes away in a slightly different fashion, like that. You can just see that. So in there it's very clean. There's no dramas there. The build-up happens down there, where you can see now that it's still above. I'm going to get a little bit of stuff into the sump tanks down there, but I'll wait now until that's drained below that. Switch that valve off. Open the valve. You can see the light there. That's the floor valve. It corresponds to that one there. That one I can't get a bucket under. I'm too low. But when this whole thing is redesigned over the next couple of days, that'll sit up high enough that I can get a valve under a bucket underneath it. So once that's past that purge level there, I'll again flush the bottom of it using that. And at the same time that I do this, I generally take the slows out of each tank, the solids lift outlet out of each tank. That's going to get lifted. I want that one at the same height as that one so that I get a better gravity feed out of the slows and through that standpipe. I'm not moving as much water, or I'm not moving water at the rate that I would like to be moving water out of that. That whole 50 to 25 reduction there is going to change from a 50-25 to a 50-40. Same as that one over there. It's since I've done that and put the 10,000 litre an hour pump on that, I don't know, it's something about 24,000 gallon an hour or somewhere like that, I think. I've got no dramas. The only time I have dramas with that system and its water is when they cycle together and all 5 beds fill in tandem, and I drain to a level where the pump doesn't have enough water to keep pumping, and I end up with a water level that drops below that slow there. So apart from that, no dramas with that one. I got that right when I put that one together. Just the height, you can see the height of the outlet goes down. The height of that standpipe is about there, and then you can see where the height of the outlet is there, and that's a good 120 mil to 150 mil. 7 inches, 5 to 7 inches, and it allows a good gravity feed all the way through there. So just a quick look there. That's now finished pretty much. That one won't be far off if it hasn't already. If it has, I'll switch the valving and I'll just show you what I do. It's not complicated. Yeah, still got a little bit draining there. Yeah, you can see the outlet. Hopefully just there, full of muck, crap. I think the other thing that's changed here is you can see on the surface there, I'm feeding the Scort and Baku, the Baku grunters there, the JDs, a lot of green feed. I'm picking off stuff that's been munged on by the bugs. That's white cabbage moth, getting a lot of that. And then this Cos lettuce that's gone to seed as well, I'm pulling off a lot of that, and they just love it. They actually tear it to the bottom, and I didn't get the camera on in time, but they created a whirlpool that reached almost all the way to the top of the tank there as they were circling it and predating on it. It was quite interesting to see. And then the lead fish took off and everybody else took off, and it broke the cycle of the whirlpool. And that's what I got on camera for about 2.5 seconds, and it wasn't worth doing anything with. All right, so that's that. Drains very slowly in the last little bit. You can see that's just dripping out of there. In fact, that might be worth just closing off that valve. I'll give you an idea. Watch the colour of the water. Valving stuck. That's not good. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go in and muck around with that valve. I can't do it one-handed and not have the pipe come out because I haven't actually glued that one up in there. See, it's glued from there on, but not up into it. All right, just thought I'd show you how we do that one. Take it easy. Bye.